Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and you've tuned in to another one of these live advice videos, entrepreneurial advice. Hello, fellow creators, fellow people who are self-employed or on that path. I appreciate you tuning in and listening to what it is that I'd like to talk about. Talking to you today in the evening, later in the day. When is the best time to work? When is the best time to get anything done? Sometimes your schedule is contingent upon external factors. You have to wag your schedule around a phone call or a meeting or some kind of destination or something beyond your control. But if you have a chance to work, when is the prime time? And here's the thing. It's going to be different for everybody. Spoiler alert. What works for me may not work for you. And this is something that I would encourage you to explore. Even if you thought for your history or throughout your history of doing what you do, that you were a morning person, perhaps flipping that and getting things done in the evening could change things up enough that you may find yourself a bit more productive. I stream live videos on a regular basis, answer questions on a regular basis, share advice on a regular basis. I could do this anytime. And in some cases, I find that, and this is almost, contingent upon the day, I get, a better sense of accomplishment doing the videos earlier in the day, not too early, because if I go too early, I'm still a little groggy, because I'm definitely not a morning person. But just, deep enough into the morning that the day does not feel like it's halfway over. And I feel like I'm ready. I've got enough energy to push through. And I feel that is when I can make my best work possible in terms of the work that I might do as a creator or as an entrepreneur pushing through tasks. So I try to focus my firepower on late mornings. That being said, I've also found a great degree of productivity later at night, not even in the evening. Right now, it's evening time for me. And I'm pushing through because this is how it fit my schedule today. I wouldn't even say this is the prime time for me to do my work. Still, trying and mixing it up sometimes provides different output, provides different context for routine tasks, where I'm not caught into this or caught up in the same cycle where, it can get a bit tedious. This is another reason why I tend to vary my schedule. But despite feeling that I'm at my best late morning, there are some tasks that I can and do push off late into the evening, as late as I can go without feeling like I'm done for the day. Not because I've lacked energy, but because I've had a chance to process the entire day, and I want to set the stage for tomorrow. So instead of knowing that I have to wake up to get something done tomorrow that has to be done, at some point in the future, I do that at night because around here, everyone's asleep. No one's fighting for my attention. If I got distracted by social media, I don't really see a constant flow of new things, so I can't really pay attention to that. And in many cases, my attention is focused on tasks at hand, tasks like getting back on email or responding to things or writing things out. And I find that as much as I perform better in video, I feel late mornings. On most days, I feel I get other tasks done in a more coherent, cohesive capacity later on into the evening, if not like the late night hours. So even if you feel you're, optimized for one time, try different times, potentially. And then you may even consider breaking up your tasks and accomplishing or trying to accomplish different tasks at different times. And you'll find a better groove. And when you find your groove, run with it, because grooves are good. As long as it doesn't feel like it's weighing you down, which is one of the reasons why I tend not to do videos later into the day, because then throughout the day I'm thinking, I got to do that video, I got to do the video, I got to do the video, I got to do this, I got to do that. And I don't like that feeling. I would rather just get to it or address it early on and then being able to move throughout the day, which is why later on at night I take care of the tasks that could be taken care of in the future, but allow me a greater amount of time to kind of breathe through them with very little distraction, but they're not pressing as they might be throughout the day. So hopefully that gives you a better idea of, well, if you ever wondered about my schedule, and you probably didn't, but if anything, maybe insight into your own workings and how you can kind of, modify them to effectively optimize the time that you spend when you're awake. When you're asleep, I can't do anything about your productivity. This is all about, when you're wide awake. So just consider breaking things up. Consider changing times. Consider moving beyond what you believe you work best at, or when you work best. Thought it was a good topic to cover. When is the best time to get work done? That's completely up to you. Definitely shake things up if you have not, and you're just curious to know if you could do better. Because that's the thing. You push yourself to do better, always. I can't push you to do better. I could, but ultimately you got to, go inside. That's an intrinsic motivator, which I believe is critical to have if you are an entrepreneur, a creator, someone who is self-employed, leading the charge into your own destiny. That intrinsic motivation, that internal locus of control, or intrinsic, value that you might have in yourself to be able to do what you do, to follow your passions throughout life. You always got to push to be better. That's the reason I wanted to talk about this today. I love you. I appreciate you. And if you want more personalized advice, you can head over to CreatorAdvocate.com and sign up. At this point, however, I would like to leave you to your own devices. May the force be with you.